Well, today, since I can't find one, and nobody apparently works on these, and 1999 was an exclusive year for this particular part number, this is the igniter for my STX jet ski over there, the red one. It's no good. It's been tested no good. I'm going to tear this thing apart. I know a little bit about electronics. I worked on copiers for 6 years. I'm cutting around the edge to kind of loosen this, and I'm prying out this seal that they put in here. You can see they've got silica gel rocks to keep moisture out of this whole unit. That's what that is. It's not gravel. It's that silica stuff. The same thing you'd find in a pack of beef jerky or something. So desiccant. So I'm going to see what I can do, see if I can get this thing apart without completely destroying it. Well, I'm making progress with it. I will say this, they had this thing sealed extremely well, and it doesn't appear to be any moisture inside. I don't think these were ever intended to be repaired in any way, shape, or form. Why am I doing this? Probably a total waste of time, but unfortunately I have more time than I do money. That's the main reason I'm doing it. Another reason is curiosity. I always want to know how things work, what makes them tick, that sort of thing. Why did it fail? Why did it break? Blah, blah, blah. And it's kind of like a little miniature archaeological dig. Anyway, making progress. I think I'm going to try to use some acetone on this thing and see if I can dissolve some of this stuff. I don't want to damage the components any more than they're already damaged. I'm hoping that it's just a bad capacitor, or maybe bad solder joints on the back of the board. But man, they've got this thing glued in. I'm not even seeing the board moving at all, even though I've tried to excavate completely around it. I'm guessing it's glued to this front, back, whatever you want to call it, as well. So anyway, I'll keep digging. Well, I've taken this about as far as I dare to go with it. I've got down to the component level, and you can read different numbers on the components. See that? Probably the most important number is this one, maybe, unless that's just a number for a blank board. There's your Mitsubishi. That may be their number for the board with the components, maybe just an empty board, I don't know. Well, this is what's inside a 1999 Kawasaki 1100 STX. And this was no easy task. It's hard not to get these wraps off these capacitors to not just swell and come off. They want to, and I didn't just fill it up with acetone either. I poured a little, just enough to cover in there, and try to see what's going on with these components, see if I could tell anything. Not really. I think my only hope at this point is to see if Lakeside Tech wants to take a look at this thing. I know he figured out the Polaris stuff, reverse engineered it, and figured out how to make it work. For all you Polaris users, Lakeside Tech. The man's a genius, I think. Anyhow, I'm going to wrap this up, see if he wants to take a look at it. I don't know. Typically, these can fail. Capacitor can go out. And you replace that and you're up and going again. It could have been this. You got all these little capacitors here. I don't want to destroy the board trying to get it off. I'm going to have to use a Dremel tool. If I go any further, it's going to have to be Dremeled off and then See if you can get to the back of the board. I just don't know. I don't know if I want to do that or not. So you can be a fool like me and waste all this time and make a huge mess with all the silica. Or you can spend your $500 and $600, whatever this thing costs, and get another one. I think you're probably better off just spending the money. But yeah, I like wasting time, I guess. Anyhow, or just a fool. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Shade you jet ski. I'm out. Well, I managed to free my board from its case. As you can see, it was a very challenging job. I had to use all of the tools you see here. Carpet knife, little toothbrush, medium-sized screwdriver. That's a dental teeth scraping tool, I think. This is an oyster knife. I had to use that when this was in here. It's sealed on the back side. To get in here and basically jabbing it all in here to get that back, because it's got the same material gluing it to the back that it did in the front, but it's just a very thin layer. I contacted Lakeside Tech by email, and he does not work on anything but two-stroke direct injection EMMs. So he doesn't work on the non-fuel injected CDI or computer module, whatever. So it'll be up to me to try and see if I can figure this out. I don't know that I can. It's hard to test components when they're in the board. And especially with all of the cover stuff that was covering, it's hard to see what's smoked out or whatever. I'll just have to go over this and see if I can see. I may just try the old heat gun setting and see about see if I can reball this with a heat gun. I mean, I can't lose anything because I've lost it. But if you ever wanted to know what it looks like inside of a 1999 Kawasaki 1100 STX module, there it is. There's a little board that cost you $500. Well, it's more than $500 now because they charge you the $20-something shipping or more. But that's it. I did it. You don't have to. And I did have to use a Dremel tool to get into the box. So that's it.